My friends, the prize for week 1 is going to be this set of stamps. It's got flowers and leaves and words, and the words say thinking of you, bunches, love, friend, just because, hello. Friends, you're going to hear me mention this in several videos because several of my videos were corrupted. I ran out of space on my computer, and as I was downloading them, I didn't realize it, and it corrupted many of them. So you're going to see some different formats here for probably several videos, but I wanted to be sure to pop in and do a voiceover and let you know that this video, week 3 of my collaboration with Cindy A. Lewis, I am going to have a hidden giveaway. She's having hidden giveaways in her videos as well. The word that you need to use will be later on in the video, but I wanted to be sure to share a picture of what I am giving away to you. In the original video that I had created, I held these up. I talked about it in person, blah, 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 but it just wasn't meant to be, I suppose. So I made these cards. They're very unique. They are one of a kind. They are harvested from pages from a book, so they're pretty cool. And this is what I'll be giving away this week. All right, my friends, we are ready to make our masterboard, and then we're going to take this masterboard and we're going to turn it into tags. I have got some scraps from cut-aparts and papers that I've been using in the journal. So we're just going to go ahead and begin to create this. I hope you can see. I'm trying to make sure. Yep, okay, now I am in frame. There's this delicate balance of making sure my camera is moved down without it falling off the table. So I have to be careful. So grab yourself some scraps. I'm doing mine on cardstock, just so you know, because this is going to be turned into tags. I want to make sure I have a nice, strong backing. Don't really have a plan. I'm just going to start to glue things down and hopefully everything comes together. Masterboards are so fun. If you've never made one, I encourage you to do it, because even if when you first create your masterboard you're like, you know, if you're feeling like it's not making sense or whatever, that's okay, because it's not really supposed to. But once you cut it and start embellishing it, it's like magic. It's just like magic, and it just comes together, and then all of a sudden you've created something beautiful, and I love doing that. Oh, and speaking of masterboards, I want to mention to you that I am holding an open collaboration, and it is called Masterboard Mayhem, hashtag Masterboard Mayhem. You are welcome to join in. I would love it if you did. And you can, if you're a creator, you know, just go ahead and tag me as the host, and then just be sure to use the hashtag. And if you tag me, then I won't miss your video. I do not want to miss anybody's video who decides that they want to play along. I love seeing it when you guys participate in these things. Let's see, what else? Let's put, let's not put that one down yet, because it matches that really nicely. Let's see, we have, yeah, I think I'll do this one. I love using up my scraps, and another idea for you is if you had some scrapbook paper that you didn't like, because scrapbook paper usually is thicker than regular paper. Now, some scrapbook paper is super thin, but a lot of it is thick. So if you have some that you don't like, but you don't have the heart to recycle it, and you don't have the heart to give it to somebody because you don't like it and you feel like maybe they won't like it, take it, pop it down on your desk, and start creating with it. Turn it into a masterboard. And that's a great way to use up scraps or even pieces that we don't feel like we would use anywhere else. And suddenly on a masterboard, They can be covered up. You can cover the whole thing, or you can leave parts of it peeking out, maybe the parts of it that you like, and it can become a masterpiece. So just keep that in mind. All right, I have this strip here. Let's go ahead and put this strip right here. As you can see, I'm just using my Aleene's tacky glue. I do like this glue. I mean, obviously you guys see me using it all the time. It makes really good contact. It doesn't dry immediately, so if you have to pick something up, you usually can. But it dries quick enough that I can move on with my project and not worry about it. It has very good grip. It's a good glue. And it's easy to find, which is nice. I can get it at any of the craft stores. I even think Walmart carries it. I can get it on Amazon if I need to. So yeah, it's good. All right, my friends, what are we doing now? You can see I'm doing overlapping. I do like to overlap. Otherwise, you're trying to fit this together like a puzzle, and you know, it's almost impossible to truly cut our papers in a perfect square or rectangle or whatever, and so trying to match them up to fit perfect, it usually causes too much frustration. Actually, I'm going to keep this small piece I might need to fill in a blank. Let me grab this piece that has the bikes on it. Let's get this down somewhere. It's coming together. I love it. It's looking good. It's looking very springy. All right, what else do we have? Well, this could go like that. It could, but I'm gonna wait on that. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Let's see, maybe here? Yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's do that. So I hope you guys are well and good. Doing pretty good here. It's you know, I'm in Florida and it has warmed up, let me tell ya. And the air condition is running, and it's going to be almost 90 today. And so, yeah, it's definitely warm. I went for a walk last night. I'm trying to make some healthy choices and get my exercise and, you know, all the things that we're supposed to do. And so I went for a walk last night, and I'm glad I waited till 6:30 because it felt good. The sun was going down. It was still warm, but it wasn't like crazy hot, which was nice. So walking here in the morning actually is hotter than in the evening, and it doesn't seem like that makes very much sense, but that is just the way that it is. I think that has a lot to do with the humidity. All right, let's make sure we use this piece too. I'm going to wait on it though in case I need something to fill in the blanks. What do we have here? Ooh, that fits there nicely. Let's do that. I don't know which way is upside down. Is there an upside down? I guess let's go like that. I have no idea. There we go, looking good. Alrighty, my friends. I dug around for some more springtime scraps, and I did find some. I love crafting in the springtime because the colors are, I just love them so much. You know, they're all pastel and just pretty. Spring is such a happy time. My favorite holiday is Christmas, but I also love Easter just because it's spring and, you know, it's just wonderful. All right, let's see what else we're gonna put down here. Oh, let's do some bunnies. I got these bunnies. Let me see if one of these is a little wider. There we go, that's a little wider. Let's pop that down right here. All right. This is a cute masterboard. We just need 2 more pieces. One here, and this fits perfectly. And actually, just to make it look, let me see, let me use this one maybe. I was hoping I didn't cut too much off of it, but it is fine. All right, we just need 1 more piece. And I could take this one and cut it. It's, I don't know, there's a lot of white right there, and I don't know that I love that. We could grab the peeps and bring them over and just do a little strip, or let's see here. Oh, we already have the house down, so we're not going to use that one. Let's do peeps. Here, let me cut the feet off of these ones. Let's do this. We could put this right here, and then we could do something else right there. What do you think about that? I think I like that. All right, 1 more piece, you guys. What's it gonna be? I could put, the bunnies are nice and colorful. I'm thinking I'll do that. I think that's gonna work perfectly right there. All right, before I do anything else, I'm gonna flip it over, and you'll see there's a few pieces hanging over the edge. We're gonna clean those up real quick. Okay, we got it cleaned up. Now it's time to cut it. All right, my friends, so the first thing we're gonna do is, I wanna make 3 tags. I'm gonna do 3 inches wide on the tags, so that's gonna be 3, 6, 9, which leaves 2 inches on the end over here, which we will use as a belly band, so that's no problem. So that's the first thing we're gonna do, is cut that. And then I was thinking, I don't want tags that are 8.5 inches tall. That's a little bit ridiculous. So before I start cutting this way, I might want to cut a long strip off of the top or the bottom, and then I can use that also for a belly band. Let's cut the 2 inches off the end, and that way we know we have enough height, and then we'll cut 2 inches off of the top or the bottom and play with that. Okay, so let's bring our cutter back over. I'm just going to measure out 2 inches from the edge. We are almost there. There we are. Okay. I hope my glue is dry enough to be able to get my razor thing through here. Okay, some of it's still caught a little bit. Oh, actually not too bad. There we go. Okay, so this is going to most likely become a belly band, all right? We're going to pop that over here to the side so we don't forget about it. Now we have enough for 3 tags, but we need to remove a little from the top and a little from the bottom. I'm thinking I'm going to remove the bottom, and it's going to be 2 inches from the bottom, I think. I think if we remove 2 inches, and this is 8.5, that leaves 6.5 tall for tags. Let's remove 3 inches. Gosh, it feels like a lot, doesn't it? Let's do 2.5. 3 is too much. I don't like the way that feels to me. So let's do 2.5, and then our tags will be from here to here, and I think I like that a lot better. Now these are big enough to be pockets. We can cut these into pockets. Or we can use these pieces to decorate tags. So either way, we can definitely use these offcuts. Now let's go ahead and cut our tags. And I think we settled at 3 inches wide for each one. These are going to be so fun to decorate. Let's make sure we still have 6. We do. We're doing this pretty much on point, you guys. Love it when that works, because it doesn't always work. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, now the first thing I'd like to do is round the corners of these tags. I have a Fiskars corner rounder, and I do like it, just so that you guys know. I've had it for a while now, and the blade is still sharp, and And I use it a lot, so that's my review on the Fiskars Corner Rounder. I think it works good, and if I need another one at any point in time, I'll probably stick with the same brand. I'm excited about decorating these. They're so cute already. All right, I wanted to let you know, so these are cut aparts, but I did a very, very light, you could probably hardly see it. It's a very light gingham, and then I put the images over top, and I did that so that when you cut them out, there's something in the background. So like this, you could cut into a square if you wanted to, and there's something in the background. So that's why I did that. I just wanted to mention that to you. So I think for one of the tags, I'm gonna go ahead and cut out this piece. That'll be a really pretty tag. I was thinking about putting it on, putting it on this one. What do you think? I think that looks really pretty. There's a tiny bit of white right here on the corner. Let me get that off of there. I think that looks pretty, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and commit to it. The colors look nice. So we are gonna glue this on here. Once we get the images on them, then we'll do the grommets, and then we'll do the tabs. Or we might not do grommets, we might just do tabs. We'll see. Anyway, let's get the images on first. All right, I cut the tulips out. The tulips have a little bee. I'm rounding the corners. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and ink this up, but I think I'm just gonna pop it right there. Look how pretty that looks. This is lavender ink. Maybe for a pop, that might be nice actually. Yeah, good choice. Gives it a little more of a edge than if I had gone with pink. So let's go ahead and add that. So far, everything is looking nice. It's not too late for you guys to join in on this collab if you want to. We still have a whole nother week to go. Freebies in the Facebook groups, digital kits available in our Etsy shops. Oh yeah, and giveaways. I forgot to tell you what the secret word is going to be this week. Let's see. How about tulips? Let's do tulips. Tulips is the secret word, so use that in a sentence in the comments if you would like to be entered in the giveaway. And I need to write that down so I don't forget. I think since I had started cutting this paper apart already, I'm just going to stick with it and use this one for the third tag. It should fit, no problem. I wonder if I should take a little off of the top. I will take a little off of the top. There we go. Okay, that's looking cute. Let's go ahead and round the corners on this one as well. Oops. Yeah, that'll fit really nicely right there. The colors are really pretty. Let's go around it with some ink. Do I want to do something different than the purple? Let's go with the pink this time. Let me see if I can find my dauber. Where are all my daubers? Oh, well, I've got my pink one in here. Here we go. What is that piece of paper in there? Oh, yeah, so that you can put it on the end of your, or on your little brushes so you know what color they are. I think I need to get a few new daubers because I should have more than one of these, I think. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this pink on here. I did buy myself a new ink pad. This one still has a little bit of life in it, but it's starting to get dry. But it worked for that. I do like to use my things till they're like literally done, you know? All right, let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be super cute. I love it. with you guys? What's new? Put it in the comments if you want to share. What's going on with me? Well, you know, got a lot going on the channel, and which I love. You know, I love it. I love it. We got Swap and Glue, and we got Masterboard Mayhem, and I have my collab with Cindy here. And then there's the mermaid collab coming up in June 7th. There's going to be a mermaid swap, actually. And I'm co-hosting that with Jessie Journals and Crafts. And I'm so excited because it's my first time hosting a swap, so I'm super excited about it. Okay, you guys, I have this scrap piece of trim. It's the last piece of this beautiful gingham trim with the cotton lace. I love it so much. So let's go ahead and see if it'll fit on one of these tags. Look, it's perfect. That was meant to be. Maybe we put it here on this one because the flowers don't have, you know, they're not sticking in a vase or anything like that. Let's do that. Let's do that. That's super cute. So I'm just going to use my hot glue gun. I think. let me put a fresh glue stick in there. Okay. Oh, I love it. I'm so glad that I got to use that on something springy and beautiful. Now I'm just going to go ahead and trim the edges. So this particular tag, because it's got the lace on the bottom, it will not be sliding into a bottom pocket. So we're going to keep that in mind. However, it can slide into a smaller side pocket, or it can go into an upper pocket. And I wanted to just discuss that with you because if we're planning on perhaps an upper pocket, then we can't do a grommet with something up there. And I'm okay with that because we have this sweet little piece down here. So let's leave this one the way it is for now. All right, friends, check out this gorgeous vintage cotton. I love it so much. So I think instead of a grommet with trim, I think I'd like to go ahead and create tabs with this beautiful vintage fabric. So I'm just going to snip about, we're going to go about 1.5 inches wide. And we'll tear so we get a nice rugged edge. And then we'll just pull off our little strings. Oh, I love this fabric so much. I've had it for several years and hadn't cut into it, and it was time. It was time. These are worthy of it. So I'm going to put this little tab right here. Let me get my hot glue. And so since I'm using this fabric for these tags, this will be the fabric that I use throughout the journal for tabs on the pages and things like that. I might even line, I can't remember, you know, I showed you guys the cover. I can't remember if the cover already has a lining in it. If it doesn't, I'll go ahead and use this fabric. It's just so pretty. All right, there it is. That's super cute. I can also make a fabric ruffle with it if I want to, so we might do that at some point. I go live on Fridays if you're here and you're new to me, or even if you're not new but you didn't know. I go live on Fridays at 2 p.m. ET. So feel free to come on over and join in. So since we have these tabs up here, these won't go into an upper pocket, clearly. They can go into side pockets, or they can go into low pockets. And so I was just having that discussion with you because I was thinking about, did we want to add any lace to it? And if we did, then we'd have to commit that this tab would go into a side tuck. It would look pretty, wouldn't it? Let's go ahead and do it on this one. We'll leave the bunny plain. I can always add lace later if I decide that that's what I want to do, but we'll at least commit to this one. And again, I'm just going to go across the bottom here with my hot glue. Adds a little bit of charm to it, right? I let the birds out today, but only Rico came out to fly. Minxie didn't come out to fly, which surprised me. She's usually the one that does that, and Rico's usually the one that stays inside. But I like to do that so they can get their exercise. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and show you the tags that we got done today. Look, aren't they so pretty? I absolutely love them. I hope you do too. And I wanted to thank you for being here and hanging out with me and hopefully crafting along, having some fun. And I hope that you'll join me next week for the final video in Cindy and Jovi's spring collaboration. And I'll be giving away the journal. I'll give you a secret word so you can enter that giveaway as well. And then Andrew and I will pull names, all 4 names, week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. We'll go ahead and pull those names once the final video goes out. So if you want to be entered in all 4, make sure you comment on all 4 with the special word. Okay, my friends? Well, all right. Thanks for watching. See you soon.